Shalom, lovers of Israel's long-term peace and well-being. Peace and well-being founded upon safety and security, growing from reconciliation with its neighbors and unity within its borders. Sha'alu Shalom Yerushalayim, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. The psalm beseeches us. The municipal signs of West Jerusalem encourage us. These words, ancient and modern, echo across the ages and through this conflict. For shalom is more than a mere absence of war. Shalom is wholeness. Shalom is completion. Shalom is an end that foretells a beginning.
1, 2, 3, 4.
As I always am, by the strength of these Israelis, who have been living under the threat of constant rocket fire from Hamas. Let me read you a story from a blog written last week by Ravit Michal, who lives in Ashkelon. The Grad missile that fell in Ashkelon near my home at 5:30 on Shabbat morning changed our entire reality. I now understand the torment the mothers in Sderot who are helpless to protect their children. Exactly a week ago, I had a terrible nightmare. I dreamt that a missile fell on my home, and I couldn't protect my children. I was frozen with terror. When I woke up, I heard the warplane sweeping across the skies, and my heart skipped a beat. I turned to my husband and said in English, so my children wouldn't understand, this is the beginning. I then turned to my 3-year-old son, Ori, and my 7-year-old daughter, Nitzan, and said, don't worry. This is our army protecting us. We are here today to tell Ravit and over 7 million residents of Israel, we are your brothers and sisters. We are your family. Our thoughts and prayers are with you, and we support you, and we support Jews everywhere. Whether it is a brutal terrorist assault on the Chabad house in Mumbai, or the murderous bombing of Amia, the Central Jewish Organization in Buenos Aires, or the shooting of our own Federation staff right here in Seattle, we must stand together in support of Jews anywhere in the world. Kol Yisrael Aravim Zeh Bazeh, and especially here, today, in solidarity with Israel, our homeland.
We pray for the land of Israel and all its people. Bless those who defend the land and protect its people. Bless the leaders with wisdom, courage, and dedication. May they be resolute in the face of challenge and unwavering in pursuit of peace. May borders know peace, its inhabitants tranquility, and may the bonds of faith and faith that unite the people of all lands be a source of strength and comfort to Israel and to us all. Amen.
In August of 2005, I served as a spokesperson of Israel to the Arab media and world on the issue of the disengagement plan from Gaza. That courageous step taken by Israeli government, dismantling almost 9,000 Israelis from their homes, almost divided the Israeli society. As a young diplomat then, it filled me with excitement and hope that here I'm taking a part in a historic moment that marks the beginning of a real reconciliation with the Palestinians. Israel strongly believed then that despite the fear that the radical elements would take over Gaza and increase terrorism, it had to take a chance for peace, real peace. A few months later, in January 2006, Israel's fear became true, and Hamas, a radical Islamic movement, whose main goal is the destruction of the state of Israel and establishing an Islamic independent state on the remains of Israel, won the elections to run the Palestinian legislature system. Since then, Hamas hasn't spared any effort to express its goal. Since then, Hamas committed daily war crimes by denying the right of Israel, a member of the United Nations, to exist, by launching rockets on the road targeting Israeli civilians, and in the last 2 weeks, by using Palestinian civilians as human shields to cover their activities.
This conflict, and Israel didn't start it. Israel wants peace and has been working toward a two-state solution. As you heard from Ishmael, Israel made painful sacrifices and has taken risks for peace. In 2005, Israel ended its occupation of Gaza, voluntarily removing over 8,000 settlers. They abandoned homes, schools, businesses, and places of worship in hopes of renewing the peace process. There is no occupation in Gaza because there is no Jewish presence there. But the withdrawal from Gaza didn't turn out the way we had hoped. Leaving Gaza was not good enough for the terrorists. They want to destroy Israel. Make no mistake about it, this war is not about occupation, it is not about settlements, it is not about a Palestinian state. This is a proxy war for Iran. And like so many wars we've faced before, this war with Hamas is about Israel's right to exist. When we left Gaza, we thought we were beginning a new chapter in Israel's history, a peaceful chapter. But instead of peace, we got rockets raining on Israeli neighborhoods, as you just saw in the video. Instead of peace, we have children huddled in bomb shelters, unable to go to school or go out and play. Instead of peace, we have the shrill sounds of sirens and seconds to get to safety before a bomb hits. Again and again and again.